Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Fenel. I'm with Columbia College. Let me ask you something. Who here has kids?
One.
All right. Now, do you vaccinate your kids?
I do.
Yes.
You do. Why do you vaccinate them for?
For prevention?
From some virus.
Virus prevention, diseases. What about yourself?
Keep them healthy.
To keep them healthy. Now, if I gave you an apple or a corn, would you want to vaccinate that?
No.
No, not really.
Not really, right? But according to Dr. Thompson of North Carolina Biotech Center, over 60 to 70% of United States food, processed food, has been vaccinated, meaning it's been genetically modified with a new DNA, all right, to prevent the products from severe weather, herbicide, or any type of viruses and diseases. So your food that you're eating now has already been vaccinated, all right, with the new strand of DNA. With the vaccination, it is to prevent herbicide. However, according to the USDA, Department of Agriculture, herbicide has increased because of the new genetically modified food. All right. Now, everybody here does not know this. When you go buy your food at a grocery store or a supermarket, there's no packaging that tells you your food has been genetically modified. So therefore, I believe the United States government should enforce companies to label processed foods which has been genetically modified. All right. The reason for that is, one, transparency. Everybody wants to know what's in their food. Right now, you didn't know your food has been vaccinated. It has been genetically modified. Right? You did not know this, so pretty much you don't know if it's affecting your body now or in the future, and that's another reason for having transparency. All right, each and every day. All right, each and every day you have to make sure that whenever you go to the grocery store, you can say, look at your labels and see, hey, is this organic or is this non-genetically modified, or it is modified. All right. Now another reason for labeling, all right, is for religious and health issues. Like I said, you may not know it may affect you later down the road. And for religious reasons, you may want your food to be processed a certain way, all right? So there are 64 countries who do require that they have their foods labeled if it is genetically modified. All right, such as Argentina, Paraguay. The United States is the only state that does not require food to be labeled. All right. However, there are two states that took the opportunity of doing so. That's Maine and Connecticut. The reason for that is the third reason why labeling should be required is for accountability. Say something does happen to your food. Say something you start getting sick, can't figure out where, and your doctors are trying to trace it. So you can let them know what you ate, and they'll be able to know, okay, where the food came from, who was the farmer, which crop it came out of, and who sold them those seeds, and if anything was genetically modified to those seeds. So you'll be able to trace, right, what happened to your food. All right. So maybe that will help, with labeling. Now, most people say, well, you cannot label foods because the costs, food costs will rise because of the labeling. It's okay. That's a short-term economic impact versus a long-term goal, where if you start labeling your food, right, with genetically modified labels, people will start understanding, okay, hey, maybe this is okay for me. I haven't gotten sick, so it's okay. But others have seen have done knee-jerk reactions because people are scared. Once they see genetically modified, they're afraid, right? That's a knee-jerk reaction. So therefore, stores are removing those products from the shelves. That's why most people don't want to have it labeled. People will be scared of that food, which impacts the revenue for the farmers, for others associated with that product. And another reason is they say, well, other food is already labeled. You have organic food, it's already labeled. Everybody see it. You have non-genetically modified food. People see that as well. So they say, well, there's no need for our food, our processed food, to be labeled as well. All right. Now, and the fourth reason they say they don't want to do this, or they do not see it's feasible to doing it, is because the food architecture. They say, well, it's going to cost too much to separate the food. When it's transporting, when it's processing, when it's being sold, it costs too much to separate the foods. Well, if it costs too much to separate the foods, why is there already labeling for organic and non-organic foods? So there's already a system in place. If they implement that system for genetically modified food, everybody will know what they're eating. So this is why I suggest that the United States government enforce that genetically modified food is labeled. Each and every day we go to the store, we do not know what we have to eat or what we're putting in our bodies. We just buy it because we trust the store or we trust a certain brand. Do you trust the farmer or do you trust that seed? That's the question. So that's why you must know what you put in your body. You must educate yourself and educate those around you to let them know, hey, is that food that you're eating safe for you? Or if you believe that the genetically modified food is good for you, then let them label it so that we all know we have choices to pick from. And therefore, genetically modified labeling should be required by the United States government. Thank you, everybody. My name is Fenel Aldajuste. Have a good day. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right.